My name is Stefan VanHooydonck. I'm from the Port of Antwerp Bruges. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. This opportunity to share what we did with what we call a digital twin. I had a discussion with Edward during the break on what is a digital twin, what is a digital shadow model, but we'll come back to that. I will not be discussing anything related to it. I'm not an expert. The expert is over there. He's Peter Olier. He's the BIM office manager from the Port of Antwerp Bruges. But I want to discuss something about digital twin and what our journey was the last couple of years on building our application, our digital twin application and vision on digital twins. A little introduction. So we're now Port of Antwerp Bruges, two specific geographical areas. In Belgium, a couple of key facts, but 20,000 seagoing vessels to manage and a lot of football fields to cover. And to manage, we are the landlord, so we need to cover, we need to put authority on the land that we own. And we put in concessions, so 14,000 concessions on our ground, so we need to manage and control them. The need for a digital twin or twin itself is not new. They've been doing that for ages. First, that was something, then they made it in with carbon boards. Here's an example of the city of Antwerp. You can see it. It should be quite as well. There are 3 towers. Now they have a lot more. But there you got the start of the Port of Antwerp on the left-hand side. And then, you could see what opportunities were there for the port because it was near the city. So it's not only to see what is built now, but also what can it be later. Technology at this moment, we have the human sensors, the 5 human sensors. We can all mimic them, replicate them with technology. You have touch, you have UI, user interfaces, you have IoT sensors. We have eyes or cameras, and now again our drones, they have also cameras. Hearing, we have VHF, there's a radio communication between vessels and the land. Eye noses, there are air quality devices, so they smell gases. And taste, we have water quality sensors, for example, that can detect if there's some, how do you call it? Some pollution in the water. And then, in the center, it's the most important thing. You have to have a brain to link them together and to get conclusions out of the senses. Supported by what we call, in the Port of Antwerp, the digital nervous system. We have a network. We are building a 5G network to cover all the area, as well in Antwerp as in Bruges. We have digital applications to manage traffic management, to track shipments, to track all the infrastructure. We have cameras, which are the eyes, and we have the sensors to have a real feel what's going on in the field. And one pillar that we are really pioneering in is drones. So we are the first authority in Europe to be able to manage and to give permits to have drone flights automated within a specific area. And they're not controlled by a joystick, they are controlled by a computer who says this trajectory must be done by the drone. It lands, it uploads the videos, and we can do machine vision on that video. So digital nervous system. But to top that off, we have the digital twin, which combines the initiatives on those pillars. And we put it, it's a cherry on the cake because we have investment in networks, radar networks, LoRa networks, IoT sensors. We have investments in the applications, geospatial, BIM, enterprise asset management, and aeronautical planning system. We have technology-based investments on data and on AI, machine vision. We integrate third-party data. And then to top it all off, we want to have a user experience that is centralized, that is unified. That is what we call Applica, and Applica is our digital twin application. So that is our final product, let's say, to give insight into all these initiatives. But it's not the application that matters, it's the vision. The vision to have an integrated view on everything that is happening on the territory. And to integrate all these initiatives in the digital nervous system. And yes, we have an application, but it's not all. It's what's beneath that application that matters. To have the discussion on what is a digital twin, I'm not going to start it. We have an application, it's inspections. We inspect the bridges. And we have a model of the bridge where you can exploit. We have a range of assets from the asset management system, so we can link it, we can link the condition, and you can inspect. Okay, that was a first initiative, but it's singular, and it has one specific goal, namely to determine the condition of the bridge. But in the project, in the vision, it's not about the bridge, it's about the whole port territory. So then determine what is your target group. On the left-hand side, an officer, a planner that is working behind a desk in the port house or in the nautical operations center. And of course, also the field officer who's patrolling in the docks or the case. He needs to have the information that the one who's sitting behind the desk and looking at 6 applications, he needs to have the same information. So both the insights we have, this is one sitting behind the commode. So he has a desktop, he has a mobile application. How do we create what we call the situational awareness? It's about assets and linking the assets on a geographical way and a functional way, business way, because there's logic between 2 assets. You can already link them, but if you don't link them functionally, they are also linked on a geographical way because they are pinpointed at the same exact location. And then providing data, you have static data, like from an infrastructural part, what it's made of, what can it pull, what ship can it pull. But yeah, you can do an IoT sensor on that, and you get constantly informed by the pulling from the ship to the vessel, from the vessel to the bollard, for example. So that is streaming data. The camera is also streaming data. And then you have streaming data that is not linked to an asset, for example, the weather. And linking that all on the same geographical space, that is what we want to do with the situational awareness. And then we ask for business, a digital twin, what can it do for you? And we did 150 use cases. Okay, then we start mapping them. What is on IoT sensors, what's machine vision, automation, digitalization of a process, augmented reality, virtual reality. Okay, and then how you start? Because we wanted to implement, we wanted to make something that is used on a daily basis. Then we start looking at the Lego blocks. What do we have within the Port of Antwerp Bruges that we can use, reuse as a foundation? And we have management systems for traffic, for the infrastructure. We have AIS data, we have radar system, we have a camera network. We said, okay, for situational awareness, that are the key building blocks. And then we started to build a simple skeleton, integrating those layers and creating the architecture. To be able to know if I want to do all the other 150 use cases, I must be able to do them. So, yes, open on the one hand side to be able to integrate any data feed you can, and on the other side, integrating what you have built into other systems and with your community. 1 minute, yes. And I have a video of 2 minutes, so I will skip to the video. And then, okay, we show that, and we show the skeleton. We went to the business again, and then, some other ideas came out for specific needs. This is, for example, the air quality. You see where it's smelling. You see the data. So you can react, and we have alerts on that. And this is like a screenshot. You see nautical permits and not building, but here's a diver who's working at there, and there's a nautical message. So you get the situational awareness at that space. And it's not okay. This is Rotterdam, so we have Rotterdam as well. So we can do all of the pioneers. My colleague Corné will discuss this use case. That's the conclusion. But to the video, and these are real life images. You have camera images, so marketing, but also screenshots from the application itself.
Hello, I'm Apika, your virtual assistant monitoring all activities in the Port of Antwerp Bruges and providing real-time information on weather conditions, air quality, shipping traffic, bridges and locks. Thanks to a digital network of drones, cameras and sensors inspired by the 5 human senses, I can tell what is happening in the port 24/7. In case of an incident, I react and send an alert to a safety officer. When an eye-nose detects a harmful smell, they can examine the cause and intervene if needed. Autonomous drones and patrol vessels are always on standby to take a closer look at the situation. I help to make activities more efficient and precise. Is a barge berthed correctly and connected to shore power? How much energy are our wind turbines producing? And are all lifebuoys hanging in their closets? Soon, I will even be able to predict the future. By combining historic data and artificial intelligence, I can detect potential congestion and dangerous situations before they occur, enabling safe, smooth and sustainable traffic in the port. In this way, I'm helping Port of Antwerp Bruges become the port of the future.
That is